Lives rarely end in a sudden, dramatic explosion. They erode through thousands of micro-decisions made in the dark, tiny concessions that gradually pull a person away from their own potential. We are surrounded by the rewards of success, the health, the wealth, the status, yet reaching them requires enduring daily friction that few are prepared to handle. Our modern world is built on frictionless convenience. This constant comfort gradually numbs our ambition, making the effort required for meaningful progress feel like a burden we can no longer carry. This text highlights the root of the problem. Our brains are evolved to respond to what is immediate. We are biologically built to notice a nearby threat or an opportunity for food, not to examine the context of a long-term goal. Burning out is the natural consequence of using fleeting bursts of inspiration to fight a biological architecture designed for safety and ease. The cycle begins with a 1 a.m. burst of motivation. In the quiet of the night, you map out an impossibly ambitious list of changes, convinced that tomorrow will be different. But the morning brings a jarring reality. You wake up in the exact same environment, facing the same routine, and the energy required to start that list feels immense. Your mind is still optimized for this ancient, immediate return environment. On the savannah, conserving energy was a survival mechanism. In your bedroom, it manifests as an immediate rejection of high-friction plans. Forcing rigid new rules on yourself triggers a psychological state called reactance. When we feel our sense of control is threatened, we experience a powerful urge to rebel against the person imposing the rules, even if that person is ourselves. The crash back into old habits is the predictable outcome of using short-term energy to try and solve a deeply rooted evolutionary problem. To manage the frustration of that early morning failure, you retreat toward comfort. You look for any available distraction to quiet the anxiety of being stuck. Reaching for a phone provides an effortless dopamine hit. This frictionless reward numbs the pain of the morning's failure, reinforcing the very habits you intended to break. Modern society is a delayed return environment. We work for delayed paychecks, we wait years for health benefits, creating a constant biological tension. This chart visualizes time inconsistency. Our brains prioritize immediate rewards because they are certain, while the benefits of a good habit remain abstract and distant. Algorithms are specifically engineered to exploit this time inconsistency. They keep us trapped in the present by offering a concentrated, endless stream of quick payoffs. Treating these relapses as moral weaknesses only deepens the trap. Progress requires acknowledging that we are fighting a fundamental biological mismatch. Escaping the loop requires a pivot away from willpower and toward the unseen architecture of the mind, your identity and beliefs. Most change is outcome-based. People focus on the outer layer, what they want to achieve, without considering the layers beneath. If you secretly believe you are lazy, that core identity will act as a barrier to any lasting progress. Identity-based habits work from the center out. The focus shifts from the goal to the person you wish to become, letting the actions flow naturally from that core belief. Carl Jung observed that until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Identifying these hidden patterns is the only way to stop them from dictating your future. Every action you take is a vote for the type of person you believe you are. You break the cycle by making a subtle, unglamorous choice. You trade the massive workout for 2 minutes of reading, choosing a task so small it's impossible to fail. Consistency provides the evidence your brain needs. Small, undeniable habits act as proof that a new identity is forming, slowly shifting the internal narrative. This process of microevolution rewires your internal drive. Behavior eventually stops being a struggle of motivation and becomes a source of genuine pride. When you reach this point, resisting distraction is no longer about willpower. You are simply acting in alignment with the type of person you already believe yourself to be. The modern world is engineered to build a passive identity for you. If you do not actively curate your own character, the environment will continue to pull you towards consumption and distraction. Motivation eventually evaporates. Identity persists. The only real question is who you are choosing to become today.